Assalamu alaikum. Today is our fifth theory lecture, and in today's lecture, we will talk about the function simplification. As there are many methods of simplification of any function or equation which we are using in the past for drawing our logic diagrams, but we will start with the Boolean algebra rules. And these rules are, you can say, some rules are very simple and some are complicated. So we will start with the simple ones, that how we use these rules for the simplification of our function. First of all, I will tell you why we use this simplification. Because last time equation was given to you. For example, first we will talk about this practice. These equations and block diagrams were given to you, and you were asked to write the equation for this diagram or draw the diagram from this equation. So first of all, I will give you the solution for this practice because your mid exam is coming and it will be helpful for you. So this was the first example which was given to you. Let's solve it. Yes, so you have to write the function or equation by using this diagram. So this is the solution for this. You can match from your answers. Let's see one by one. So here you can see AND gate is used, and what is the purpose of AND gate? To multiply the inputs. So there are X and Y input, these are multiplied here. Second gate was our OR gate, and what was the function of an OR gate? Is to sum the inputs. So the first input was this X into Y, and the second input is Z. So this is the output of AND gate, OR gate, X, Y plus Z. Now we have an input 2 and input 1, and we have to find out input 3. So input 3 is on AND gate. So what is the function of AND gate? To multiply. So we will multiply this input with this input. So XY plus Z into X bar. Now we have one function here, and the last gate is there, that is OR gate, and we have 3 input. This input we already know, this input is W, and this input will be derived from this AND gate. So on this AND gate it will be X into Y dash into Z. So this is the third input. So we write this first input and we write our second input and plus our third input, that is X, Y dash into Z. So this is the final equation from this diagram. Now we move towards our second practice example, that was to draw the block diagram using this equation. So as you studied many rules, I told you step by step you have to do all these things. So this is the block diagram from this equation. Now you can match this block diagram from your block diagram, and you can see if you have a clear understanding or not. I can give you a brief overview. So there are 3 equations shown: A plus B bar, A plus B plus C, and the third one is B bar plus C bar. So this means there will be 3 input main gates, and all these gates outputs are not, these are multiplication. So this means for multiplication in the final we will use AND gate, and because these 2 inputs are in sum, so we will use OR gate. These are also sum, so we will use OR gate, and this is also sum, so we will use OR gate. For first A plus B dash, so A and B dash, and we use OR gate to get A plus B dash. For A plus B plus C, we use another OR gate and we get our output. For B dash plus C dash, we use third OR gate and get our output. Now we have to multiply all these inputs, so we will use AND gate. So this is the final diagram for our practice examples. From now onward, now we know how to draw a diagram from the equation, and we also know how to write an equation from a diagram. Now we will move toward the third step, that is simplification of the function using Boolean algebra rules. Why we want to simplify these equations, this equation, or you can say why we want to use simplify this equation. In the early lectures, I told you that digital logic design, whenever design a circuit, no matter it's for our mobile phones or our computers or any electronic device. For example, this is the digital IC. You remember we did in our practicals ICs for AND gate, OR gate, NOR gate. Okay. So for example, this is an IC, integrated circuit. If you see your computers and your mobile phones, there are a lot of ICs inside your electronic devices. Whenever a designer want to design this IC, he have a limited space, this limited space, because he have to fix a lot of ICs on a same device. So limited space. In that limited space, he have to complete all the circuit inside this space. He cannot make larger circuits because the area is limited. In order to fix his circuit inside this limited area, this simplification rules are used. As you are computer science student, I will give you the example of programming. For example, you have this one simple page, notebook page, and it has 10 lines on it. 1 2 3 4, so you have only 10 lines, and you are given a task to write a program on these 10 lines. It can be any program, to write a program to build a calculator, to write a program to do some simple calculations, this type of program. But you are limited to one page. You have to write your code in such a way that your programming code will fix in these 10 lines. So you have now limitations. What you will do? You will do different techniques of programming. You will use loops and other techniques in order to minimize your program. Same in the case of IC designing or digital logic designing. When you have when a task is given to you, then you have to simplify that circuit. You have to simplify that design. You have to simplify that logic table or this logic diagram. Why? So that you can fix your design into an IC. So this is the main goal of simplification of this equation, so that we can simplify it, make it more smaller, and instead of using these 4 gates, is there any way that we can use only one gate, or we can use only 2 gates, but the output will be same? So this is the main goal of simplification. So in today's lecture, we will start this simplification. There are a lot of ways for simplification, from these Boolean algebraic rules, from De Morgan's law, and from the truth table. So we will start from these rules, and in these rules also there are some simple rules and some complicated rules. In today's lecture we will start from the very simple rules, and we will do some examples that how we can simplify the equation by using those simple Boolean algebraic rules. So this we will do in our second part of the video. Thank you.